In this video, I'll demonstrate how to configure a guest self-service wireless LAN using the Unleashed mobile app. As a note, the little green arrow on the lower right is my recording software indicator and not part of the Unleashed mobile app. So if I want to create a new wireless LAN, I could tap on the plus sign, and then it'll give me some choices here. I can do standard, guest with shared password, or guest with self-service. So I'm going to select guest with self-service. I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to call it Guest Self-Service. And you'll notice it says that this type of wireless LAN does not support passwords. And the reason for that is that this is a self-service wireless LAN, so you're going to log in with a username and a password, or you can log in with social media. But an administrator will not be assigning a password for this situation. Then if I want to customize my guest portal, I can press on that. And this just gives me a little cheat sheet showing how it's done. So I'm going to customize my logo at the top, and I'm going to choose an image for that. And since we're representing an art studio, I'm going to put in a little clip art. Next is the welcome message, so I can tap on that and edit that, and I can say welcome to the Iwani Art Studio. And then I'll press done. So welcome to the Iwani Art Studio. Next is the redirection URL if I want to put one in, and normally you would have a website for a business. You could put that in, so I'm going to edit that, and for this demo I'm just going to put it in the Ruckus website, and then I'll press done. So when they come to the captive portal, it will say please enter the following information, and it'll be name and their email. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Next is my social media login. If I wanted them to log in using Facebook or Google, I could select that, but I'm not going to demo that on this video. I'll show that on another video. So then we have some advanced features. The uplink rate limit by default is disabled, and if I wanted to change that, I could tap on that, and you can scroll through and select different speeds for that, but I'll leave that disabled. Then we have our 2.4 and our 5 gigahertz radios. Those are turned on by default, but maybe you had a special situation where you had a high-speed video server out there and you just wanted 5 gigahertz, you could select that. Application recognition control is turned off by default, but we can turn that on. And then the service schedule. So you have some choices here, always on, always off, or custom. And if I press on custom, that'll allow me to set the hours of operation for the wireless LAN. Maybe you don't want people driving into your parking lot at night using your Wi-Fi, so you could set a schedule if you wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and keep that one always on. Then I will press done, and it'll create the wireless LAN. It'll say that it was created successfully, so I'll press OK. And now it brings me back to my description of my wireless LAN. So you can see that we now have 4, and guest self-service is one of those. If I wanted to edit that, I could tap on that. I could tap on the pencil at the upper left, and I could go through and edit if I wanted to. I don't want to do that. The little green arrow here, if I wanted to disable that wireless LAN, I could do that. I don't want to disable it. The trash can would allow me to delete it, and the little curved arrows on the right allow me to refresh it. Okay, so now from an administrative perspective, I've set up this wireless LAN, and users can now log on to it. So let me put on my client hat, and I'm going to log on as a user. So I'm going to go to my settings. So from the settings menu, I would select my guest self-service wireless LAN, and that'll connect me to it, and then I'll be redirected to the captive portal login. So here it says, welcome to the Iwani Art Studio. It says to connect to Wi-Fi by a guest pass, then I would enter my guest pass here. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the self-service guest pass, so I'll press on help with guest pass, and it'll ask me to register as a guest. It asks me to put in an email and a name. So I'll stick in an email, and I'll put in a name, and I'll just stick in a fictitious name here of Marty Jones, and then I'll press on next. And it says that you are successfully authenticated, and then I would press on continue. And that'll redirect me to the Ruckus website, or whatever the website was that you had them redirected to. So that's all you need to set up a guest self-service wireless LAN using the Unleashed mobile app.